sun going around the Milky Way galaxy. Galaxy is turning. We don't know how the galaxy is moving through space. And we don't know what other kinds of movement is involved. If you try to make a computer animation, so complicated. Moving, everything is moving. You can't find any place to stop. I'm always asking for a place. Stop. Stop. Can't find any place. I have to teach my ego to be patient. It's the movement. It's not easy to be patient with the conditions that exist. I might say, I wish for things to be like this, or like that, or this situation, or that situation, but this is the situation. To be patient with lights on or lights off. Muted and unmuted, densely populated or thinly populated, famous or unknown, old or young, healthy or sick. To be able to be patient with Allah's will is a challenge for everybody, big challenge. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asking us to be patient. Patient and thankful. وَقَلِيلٌ مِنْ عِبَادِكَ الشَّكُورُ. How few of my Badika or Badia. How few of my servants was thankful. Patience and thankfulness is close with each other. To be thankful for Allah's favors is a way of being patient. Thanks to Allah. There is in Hizbul Azam, the famous book of dua of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Oh my Lord, after Rabbana atina fid dunya hasana wa fil akhirati hasana wa qina adhaban nar. Oh my Lord, make me patient with what you decreed, ordered, to the point where I wouldn't like to bring forward what you put back or put back what you brought forward. It means he was thankful for his Lord's favor, to the point where he said, oh my Lord, your favor is so complete and perfect. I wouldn't like to change anything. It's one meaning of that dua. One meaning is, I can take it no matter what you do. The other meaning, oh my Lord, I'm seeing everything perfect. Prophet was, Shaykh Hashem said he went to Maulana Shaykh Nazim one time, and he said to him, how you can carry those some various crises going on in the Dargah and the Tariq and everything. I say, how you can keep, because Grand Sheikh says, if something happened 2 hours ago, I don't want to hear about it again. Train is moving. But how you can be patient? And Muhammad didn't say anything. When Shaykh Hashem was given to understand, Maulana Shaykh was not looking to the situation, he was looking to the original creation. If somebody was doing something wrong, he wasn't looking to their wrongdoing. He was looking the way they were created. Everything shining and perfect. Yes, oh our Lord, yes, for everything. That's Prophet's dua. I wouldn't like to change anything. We were created perfect. Until Allah added something to the mix, He created nafs, ego. And the situation became. Maulana was looking at each person and each thing as it was originally created, perfect and good. It wasn't looking at people's mistakes. Like a doctor, you look at the sickness to cure it, but not to focus. May Allah make us on His footsteps. May Allah make us on His footsteps. Awliya Allah, like Maulana Shaykh, like Maulana Shaykh Hisham, he's Latif. Or Hazrat Abdul Jabbar of the Halim, Kafif. Bijani Kafifi, light. Kafif. Kasif, dense and heavy, make me light. They're subtle. You can't for sure say, my Sheikh did this, my Sheikh brought this, haha, I see this was a miracle from him. You can't know for sure. Sheikh Muhyiddin said, if Latif is involved, if the Wali is Abdul Latif, if he has been dressed with that sifat, that characteristic, attribute, you can never for sure, it's veiled. Latif is an absolute. The veil, you can't pin it down. You can only make a beautiful guess. My Sheikh made this, but you can't. Like Maulana Sheikh, like Shaykh Hashem, they like to be unknown, not to be seen, not to be their doings, to be noticed. We said it before, we'll mention it again, because to mention the Awliya brings their nazar, their blessings. And for the honor of Holy Eid, we mentioned Shah Naqshband, al-Nasir. It's a well-known story. He was passing away from this dunya. He was on his deathbed, waiting to go, waiting for his last breath, counting his breaths, waiting for the last one. And the Murids were crying, oh, our Shaykh, don't leave us. They said, what you're crying for? I was preparing all my life for this moment. What do you think about me? I was all my life waiting for this moment, waiting to go to meet my Lord. Prophet ﷺ, he was offered to go or to stay. He offered to be with his Lord. Grand Sheikh was offered such a choice. He was passing away, and he'd like to stay or. Then something, a change of حولي والأحوال حول حالنا إلى أحسن الحال وقالب القلوب, changing the states. حولي والأحوال, changing the states, the hal. His state changed, and he became anxious. He got out of his bed and was crawling on the floor. Ya Afu, the one who forgives completely and erases sins, rubs them out. Sometimes you go to the court and they say, okay, you want erased from your record. File is sealed, not to be erased completely. Now to save us from the courts. The Marids became worried. They put their Sheikh, they put him back on the bed. Quickly he jumped again onto the floor and began, Ya Afu, Ya Afu, Ya Afu. What our Sheikh did to say, Ya Afu, this is our Sheikh, this is Shaykh Naqshband. They put him back. Said, Ya Sayyidi, what happened? Why you are asking what you did asking to be erased by Allah. So you're our model. If you made such a thing, what about for us? What you did that you're asking. And he said, you remember a few years ago, there was a drought, no rain. If no rain, no crops, no food, no wheat, no corn, no rice, no vegetables, no fruit. And the people came to me and said, Sheikh, Ya Shaunak Shabbat, make dua, your dua is accepted. Pray that the drought should be lifted. We'd be saved. And I said to them, no, this is Allah's will. Leave it, be patient. You didn't see in Holy Quran. He said the rain after you became so despair, you can't go on. Be patient, he's sending. We can't anymore carry it. Our children are hungry, we can't. So I was inspired. I called the people, it was in a village, to the grain mill. They used to have every village had a mill. Even in the States, you can find the old farm towns that have the mill and the soil. If anyone has any wheat left in their pantry, in their house? One person said, yes, I have a small bag of wheat left. I said, bring it. It came, the mill was a big flat stone with a border and a wooden axle. And you put the wheat in it and you strap a donkey or a cow to the wood and goes around and turns the mill and flour comes out. There's a chute. Said, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, put that wheat. He put, say to the donkey to go, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, go. And the donkey began to turn the stone. And it was a miracle of the wali. The wheel kept turning and flour coming. From that one bag of wheat, coming. So everyone fill your bags, fill your pouches, fill your containers. Until it was done, and then Fatiha. And now, it's years later, it was a good thing, but I'm ashamed that I put my will in front of my Lord's will. And I'm ashamed to meet him like that. What about for us? Every time we're asking to put our will in front of Allah's will. Say, not like this, not like that, not like this, not like that. Well, the Shaykh used to say, if you could see how perfectly everything was arranged, you'd be stunned. You couldn't imagine how perfect. But we don't have that vision. May Allah grant us such a vision. It's something to ask from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Make me to see your perfect arrangement so that I can be in surrender, following Prophets. Make me to be like that. In kuntum tuhibbuna Allah fattabi'uni. He said, follow me. Not only for making wudu and his attitude, beliefs, actions, and attributes, attitudes. We have to follow our prophets through everything. May Allah make us like that. All of us have to be crawling on the ground. But we wasn't able to meet their Lord. Who can answer? Who can answer anything? Once the questions start, finish. my servants. He said, women are not going to be asked anything. They say, women is created weak. I said, yes, women is weak. Okay, so we asked the men, oh my servants, are you happy with the wife I gave you? He wants to hear yes. If another answer, then the question starts. Imam Tirmidhi, Allah bless him, he had a list of 300 or 400 questions that Sheikh Muhyiddin was able to answer. 500 years later, what's the first without any second? What's the second without any third? What's the third without which there's no fourth? Questions breaks people's minds. No one, you can't answer. Once the questions start, finish. Better to be without question. Yes, oh my Lord, thanks to you. Thanks to you. At least make the habit every day to make sijda and say, oh my Lord, thanks to you, the favors you granted. Even you're angry, even you're get up, whatever. Make sijda and force your ego to say, thank you, oh my Lord. Thank you. Rabbi Shukr. Ya Rabbi Shukr. Thanks to the favors you granted me. You granted us holy Ramadan. 30 days, complete Ramadan, and holy Eid, and everything. We had everything. Thanks to you. Thanks to you, oh our Lord. Thanks to you. The conditions are lightening a little bit. Thanks to you. Thanks to you, oh our Lord. Almost ليس سكرا ولا تجعلنا من القانطين. آمين آمين آمين. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الفاتحة ببركة شعب شبان أولياء الكرام مولانا الشيخ ناظم مولانا الشيخ هشام grand Sheikh and all Awliya. Thanks to how they helped us through these times. We couldn't see that their hand. It's hidden. They're following Shal Naqshband. They don't like to be seen what they did. They are under the table. Fatiha. Amen. To make a miracle, then you have to explain yourself. How they're going to. What about for us? We can't do ordinary things and do miracles. May Allah forgive us. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله